Delivery day! We got a big old box. Boom! Super Clod Buster. I know this thing's old school, but I've always wanted one. So guess what? We're gonna build one. Boom, alright, so there's the box. Super Clod Buster from Tamiya. However you say that. I call it Tamiya, I don't, whatever you want to say. Anyway, those of you not familiar with these, it's a 1/10 scale monster truck essentially, but these are a solid axle with a motor on axle. So it's gonna have a motor on both axles, front and rear. You can see here it comes with two. And it's a kit, so we get to build it. I love kits. I did a couple of kit builds on my other channel. I haven't done any on here yet. So this will be the first one for the Crespo RC channel. And you can see, pretty cool looking truck. Don't have a whole lot on here, box wise. You do need with these your own transmitter, your own servo, your own receiver, your own battery, your own charger. So you need the electronics like any kit out there for the most part. And I hope I have a servo that's going to work with this thing. I don't know what kind of torque they recommend, but we'll get one on it. Even if I don't have one, we'll find one that'll work. So I'm excited, as you can probably tell, to get this thing done. And the wife's out of town, so we're gonna have a marathon build and see if we can knock this out in one night. We'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright guys, so that's what we got to work with. Hope you can see all that there. Everything's in the box. Looks like everything ought to be in there. Lots of parts. And look at them wheels. Huge wheels. Alright, let's start breaking stuff out here. Looks like that's going to be your hubs essentially. You got all the different gearing in there. Looks like probably some grease and some lube and a lot of screws. And they're all Phillips. That looks like fun. I had a feeling it might be, being so old, but more parts. More parts. Looks like we got some transmission type parts there. Or actually, those might be differentials actually. This is all new to me. I have never built one of these before. A lot of cool chrome for the truck body. Everything's paintable. Awesome. A little more chrome. Looks like our shock pieces. Oh, nice. We got some window tint for the truck. Looks like probably chassis pieces there. I have never had a hard body like that. So this is going to be fun. I mean, this is going to be a cool truck, man. I love it. More chrome bumpers. Oh, here we go. There's the chassis. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's a big chassis. We got our electronics that what is included anyway. So we've got our two motors in there. Don't see the ESC, but it does say that it comes with the ESC. So heavy duty motors. Chrome roll bar. Looks like probably another piece. Oh, okay, that's going to be your cups and basically your steering right there. I don't know exactly what they call them. And then these big old tires. Holy cow, they're bigger than my hand. Not that I have the hugest hand in the world, but wow, massive tires. So I can't wait to build this thing. I hope you guys have fun. As always, I'm not gonna do the entire wrenching on camera. I'm just gonna kind of blast through it. I'll give you updates as we go. There's all the paperwork, instructions and stuff. There's all our stickers. So this is gonna be a fun build, guys. I've been needing something like this for a while now. Looks like that's everything. Cool little center box here. But anyway, let's get everything organized, and I'll jump back in and show you what we got, and we'll start putting this thing together. like by pages here. So first page of assembly had me start fixing up the chassis here. It had me put this plate on the bottom and all these connectors for what looks like arms, I would think. I'm guessing that's going to be all of your arms, and had me do a couple of strengthening plates in there, which is pretty cool. Not too many trucks I've ever built have metal plates in there to help strengthen everything up. It's also what these screw into, so coming along there a little bit. And then we also got our servo mounted to some steering arms and a servo plate, and I've got the Savox in there, a waterproof one. I hope this is enough torque for this little truck. I would think it probably would be, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. So that's where I'm at, and I think I'll just do updates by page. So that was page, well, 5 after all the gibberish. So anyway, I'll update you here in just a second. Second page done, and that had us mount the servo to that brace plate down there. So that's mounted right to a nice metal plate. You can see that. Also had us mount up the body mounts, it looks like, the front bumper, and slap on a couple of the chassis stickers. And then we've got the steering arms coming out of the either end of the chassis. So that's page 2. Alright, another page down, and this time we have added just this little piece to the chassis here, and it also had us build out some of our axles. And so here's some of the longer shafts. It already had us build the shorter shafts into this housing assembly, so you can see the dog bone sticking out there coming through the inside. So that's the next page. We got 2 of those built out and the other ends built out. We'll move on to the next page and keep on going. Alright, so next page got us doing all the gearing. A lot going on in there. You've got your spiders inside. You got all your other gears going. Got them all nice and greased up. You don't pack these, you just kind of putting some grease on them, kind of like a Traxxas type of transmission. So anyway, those are done. Moving on to the next page, which will have us close those up and then start getting the motors attached to those assemblies. So I'll show you that. So we're through another page here, and it's getting a little darker in here. I had to take a break for a while, but hopefully you can see this. So we've got the whole assemblies built now. Motors attached to the axle assemblies. Everything is bound up and ready to go. You can hear the motor turning there. We've got our dog bones coming out, our transmission assemblies basically. It's like having 2 different transmissions, really. So anyways, we got 2 of those here now, ready to go, and we're going to turn the page and continue working. A little update. We've got some more suspension pieces going on. One whole page, and all we really did was build these arms and these pieces underneath here, and then secure the arms on here and grease them all up. So did that on both sets, and that's about it for that last page. Alright, so that last couple pages there had me assembling the uprights, basically the, I don't know, they call them uprights. I mean, it's the CVD basically, for all sides, and then looks like some servo savers for our linkage. So that's the latest and greatest there, and it's coming together. I'm down to just a few parts trees. These are running out. We got shocks to build yet, the body of course. Not a whole lot of hardware left over here, so it's coming together. I think we'll probably be putting everything together here pretty quick. Another page down, update on where we're at. So we've got all the steering linkage in now. I've also got the servo savers in place on both assemblies. These things are beefy, man. You know, it's actually a pretty complicated build for how simple this looks. It's a lot of pieces, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of bulk and strength to it. I hope that it's a strong truck. It feels like a Tonka truck, which is, I guess, the time frame it was in. But it's got, you know, metal bracing, and it feels pretty heavy duty. And heavy is the right word. Also got the gearbox protectors built. So that's the page that we just finished up. getting real close. You can see on the next page here, it looks like we're going to start bolting things to the chassis. So gearboxes and everything else. So should have a little more together on the next update. Alright, so hopefully you can see that. I know it's really dark. Just have really bad lighting here right now. But everything is coming together. We've got all the assemblies hooked on. All our lower arms are hooked up and connected now. Gonna have to play with the steering, of course. Still got all the shocks to do, but you can see she's coming alive, looking like a truck. So we'll see where we go from here. I think the shocks are coming in here pretty soon, but the motors are both in there, and everything's rigged up, looking pretty cool. Like I said, looking like a truck finally. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have something good here done tonight. Okay, check it out. We have springs. Sort of. These have these rubber pieces in there, and they're still real squishy, but they don't use oil. They use the springs and the rubber to create the softness, so they don't move much at all. There's really not much movement, and I know that's how they are. They're bouncy and crazy and whatever. So anyway, that's how it looks. It looks cool, man. It's starting to really look like a truck. Next update. They had me put this panel into place and attach the receiver and the ESC. Took and rewired the Deans on that, mounted it up, and got my wires tucked in there. I'll probably still clean those up more, but I just tested everything. We've got steering going the right direction. We've got throttle going the right direction. So the Clod Buster is alive. I'm not sure where we go from here, but it's alive, and that's a good thing. So anyways, I just wanted to update you on that. I'll get back to you in a minute. Clod Buster complete. Get some shots of it. Oh yeah, look at that sparkling in there. Mud bog. Definitely need to adjust the steering a bit, but
Right up to a 4x4x4 right into the camera.
it bounced.
It's so great. Place it to you, I will go to the liquor store.
Oh, this seems to be a tip monster.
Oh my goodness, when you upgrade it. Yeah. Wow.